everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a simple overnight cloth pad. I'll be using my cloth pad patterns, which are available on my Etsy shop. Print out my patterns and trim the top of the bottom pad pattern. If you have your own pattern, you can skip the pattern section. You can also use your favorite disposable pad as a template to trace and create your own design. Tape the back and place on top pad pattern, matching the lines. For details on materials, sizing, and the download the free pattern, please see the description below. For this tutorial, I'm using cotton flannel. I will be cutting 2 layers at a time. Place the pattern on top of the fabric. Pin the pattern onto the fabric. You can use hardboard paper as a pattern for tracing and cutting, but I like to cut directly with the fabric using the pattern. Cut along the lines with the printed pattern and fabric together. And if you want to add a waterproof layer, cut an extra piece. Unpin and you can use the pattern to cut the lining. Let's cut 2 layers of lining now. I will be using the cut pieces to cut the lining. This is easier to stack for sewing. Next, let's cut the core layers. I will be using the pattern paper to cut out 2 core layers. Pin the pattern onto the fabric and cut along the lines. Again, I will use these cut pieces to cut 2 more core layers. Layer the printed cotton flannel with the right side down. Then place the solid color cotton flannel on top. Prepare the other side the same way. Next, add the 4 core layers on top and pin them in place. If you're using a waterproof layer, you can place the waterproof fabric on top with the right side up. Sew around the edge of the core layers using a 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch seam allowance. You can use a sewing machine or hand stitch with a back stitch or a blanket stitch. Now, for the final assembly, place the pad with the core layers stitched right side up. Layer the other side of the pad face to face. Pin them together to hold all layers. Use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sew around the edge, leaving a gap for turning. I added the machine embroidery designed on the pad. Please check my short video. I used a 1/4 inch seam allowance and an 1/8 inch seam allowance to show. I prefer using 1/8 inch or edge stitching to prevent excess fabric from folding or bunching. Turn the pad inside out through the gap you left. Press it flat, making sure all layers are smooth and well aligned. Sew around the edge of the pad to close the gap and secure the seam allowance. And there you have it. Finally, attach snaps or Velcro to the wings to secure the pad in place. I used the KM plastic snaps and my father made me the stand for the snap pliers. This is how I made all my pads for Etsy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need additional help, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more sewing tutorials.